and the Oakland Raiders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. He'll be dropped at the 30. A shifty move got him a couple extra on the play. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Room here to run. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. And personally, what a start for him to get in the end zone from that distance here on the first drive.
And it has the defense tearing up their defensive goals for the game, doesn't it? Because nowadays, when we talk to all the coaches, they don't talk about limiting yards per carry and those things. They just talk about limiting explosive plays, whether it's through the air or on the ground. And anything an explosive play on the ground, usually, 10, 12-yard runs? This one was way more than that. They've got to go back to the drawing board and try and shut it down.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. Another truck. And now running right through it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards. So it'll be first down here after the run. Again, it's Howard. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Throw on 2nd down. Got him in. It's Brashad Perriman. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, I mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
They go play action here on first down. And Cook has it left side. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. On second down, here's Carr. Forced out to his left. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Derek Carr with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. First carry now. This is Hill. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Third and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime. Out of the gun. Gone. Buying time to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Now Gordon on first down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. And if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And some space here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards.
Offense needs something here on second down. It is 2nd and long. They'll try the air now with Goff. A swing pass caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Will Fuller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Raiders. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Washington. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Deep for the Rams, Tavon Austin. Now Austin. A beautiful spin and room to run. Touchdown, L.A. Tavon Austin, 79 yards. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is, can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there. Carr to Cooper. 51 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Carr toward the sideline, And look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A Raider first down as Carr finds Cooper.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. This is Howard on second down. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. So they held him out on second down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They come out here in the I. Now 3rd down and goal from the 1. They run with Howard. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And Rosas puts this one through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. Now a play fake here on first down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, L.A. Will Fuller, 76 yards. And the Rams add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner. Oh, this is blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And now look at him go. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They'll set up the screen to Howard, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
He'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Woods the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he's giving his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And the kick by Rosas is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Oh, what a catch there by Cooper. A big play there. Carter Cooper, 58 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jordan Howard, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Raiders are back within a score.
I I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So 2nd and 10 here. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Dumps it off to Gurley. He finds an opening past the 40. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. Yeah. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. A shotgun snap for Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Time running out here on the play clock. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Here's Goff now on second down. Sets up the screen to Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 38-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. On play action, it's Carr. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. They go with Howard again. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
The Raiders on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Carr. That is caught. It's Perriman. 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Raiders on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing his Carr on third down. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. And not great starting field position here for the offense. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Goff on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play. Only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front. The linebackers, everyone got involved to force a fourth down.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. I guess this is how you define backs against the wall. You have a long way to go. You're down by more than a score.
And the defense really isn't going to allow you to get a big play, but sometimes you just have to force it.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and that'll bring up second down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. John Johnson with the INT. And the return will stop right around the 25. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. He's to the 10, and he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Robert Quinn in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
To throw on second down. Carr being chased out left. And some room to maneuver. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a third down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Carr, got to have this one. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, two hands. Get two hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for L.A., their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Oakland.